Welcome back. The Armenian Genocide Commemorative Committee of Fresno State is committed to educating and informing the community about the Armenian Genocide. And they're here with us today to help raise awareness. So joining us now is Marine Vardanyan Peters, AGCC Secretary. So the event is coming up this weekend. You do this every year. So tell us about this commemorative event and what it signifies and what you do.
Absolutely. So it's coming up this Monday. So every year, annually, we host it on April 24th. So whether it's on a weekend, weekday, that's the day that we host it on.
Yes.
So this Monday evening at 6:30 p.m., it will be at the Fresno State campus on the Armenian Genocide Monument.
Right.
And at 6:30 p.m., we invite the community to join us to lay flowers, to pay respects to the martyrs of the genocide. And then at 7 p.m. is when we formally begin our program, which will have a religious portion and a civic portion. And the civic portion will include musical selections, it will include remarks by the Fresno State president, and we will have a keynote speaker. His name is Karni Kirkonian, and he is an international and appellate lawyer who's very involved in Armenian causes. So he will be giving remarks about the genocide and its connection to current day events.
And so why is it so important to talk about this event that's, you know, over 100 years old? Why do you think it's so important to remember this event every year?
That's an excellent question, right? 108 years later,
Yes.
you know, why are we still talking about it today? Because the events are still so relevant, right? There's still that connection. Unfortunately, genocide continues, that cycle continues. Even today with Armenia, the Armenian people are still struggling. There is still aggression towards them. Currently in Armenia and Artsakh, the Armenians there are in a blockade for more than 4 months. And they have not been able to receive any food, any power, any medical supplies because of the country of Azerbaijan, who is causing this blockade. So it shows that this cycle, this aggression continues, and there are still acts against Armenians to try to eliminate us. So it's important that we unite and educate and condemn these kind of events, not just for Armenians, but for any country, any race.
Right. And so when you are part of a specific culture and you can take a stand about something that, you know, you deem is unethical and unworldly, then other cultures can then also, you know, do that same thing and sort of mimic what you guys are doing. So your organization does a lot to educate. Aside from this event that's happening on Monday, what else are you guys doing during the year to educate people about the culture and about the community?
Yes, we do have an education outreach community. And just this week, actually, a few days ago, we were able to collaborate and host webinars for Fresno Unified social science teachers. So we collaborated with Fresno Unified and the Genocide Education Project to be able to host this to them, because many of them don't know about the genocide. So we're able to educate them on the stages of the genocide, about Turkey's ongoing denial, and also bring in the local connection, right?
Sure.
And most importantly, give them the tools and resources they need to then transfer that knowledge to their students. And then in the fall, we're going to have another training that will be a full day training in person, once again with Fresno Unified, but we're hoping to also expand to the other districts around Central Valley.
Yeah, so I never learned about the Armenian genocide when I was in school, and it's so interesting because the Armenian community is so big here. It's wild that there are these portions of history that we don't learn until we get someone like you and like your organization who says this is a really important thing that actually affects people who live here. We should be learning about it. How are these younger kids receiving this information? Do they say anything? What do they say?
Younger kids in terms of the...
Sure, like Fresno Unified.
Well, so they just started doing these trainings this year, right?
Okay.
So we're going to have to reconnect with those teachers and ask them, you know, you just learned this literally 2 days ago. How did you apply it?
Sure.
So we're hoping that they'll be able to really see that connection because they live in a community where Armenians are everywhere.
Yeah.
And our impact that we've made on the community is very clear. So for them, it's hopefully, you know, oh, I have a friend who's Armenian.
Yes.
Or, oh, I go to this Armenian store, this deli. Now I know that there's this genocide. So really tying in that local connection and also sharing the testimonies.
Yeah.
I think that's what really hits home with a lot of the folks and a lot of the students. Once they hear the testimonies, read about what happened, that's really the emotional part of it too. So we're going to see the results of it soon, right? We're working on training these teachers and we're working on expanding. So next year when you chat with us again, we'll be able to hopefully share some student testimonies with you.
Yeah, I love that. And you know, 100 years is really not that long. just celebrated my aunt's 100th birthday.
Wow,
so
happy
it
birthday.
really is not that long ago. So if people are out there, they want to take part in the commemoration on Monday, when and where? One more time for me.
Okay, once again, 6:30 p.m. at Fresno State at the Armenian Genocide Monument. Parking, I do want to stress, that is free. It's in P1 and P6. Those
Okay.
are the easiest places to park. And we will have shuttles for individuals who need help getting, or golf carts to help get them to the monument. Not shuttles, we're not that fancy. But it is at 6:30 p.m. But 7 p.m. is when we will formally begin the program. And it will have, again, a religious portion followed by a civic portion. And we invite everyone to attend.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for being here and letting us know all the specific details. We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care.
Coming up here, don't change the channel. Hosting a kids party can send any parent into a frenzy, so leave it to the experts. How Kids Park takes the stress out of party planning next.